The Buddha says that one of the noble truths of this life is impermanence. That just like the bad will pass, the good will pass. All chapters of life will rise up and fall away in the ceaseless flow of change. In Ecclesiastes, in the Hebrew scriptures, it says that there is a season for everything, a time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted, a time to rejoice and a time to mourn. The author doesn't say it, but it must also be true that there is a time for blessing babies and a time for marrying the babies you blessed. A time for letting kindergartners sleep in the church. A time for 5th grade and 6th grade rites of passage. A time for owl and a time for coming of age. A season for waffle breakfast and inevitably too. A time to fill the joy jar and leave some of it behind. None of the sages spoke of the great mysteries of the universe that also include, though, I just want to note, a time for magic boxes and a time for hopeful and joyful, our puppets. None of them mention the impermanence of a ministry. One that for many of you, especially little people, has been all you knew at this church. Maybe the only ministry you really knew up close and personal in your whole life. The only minister who's really ever been yours fully. The one who greeted you with a big smile, ringing joyfully the sound of your name as you came through the door every time. The arms that wrapped you in a sympathetic hug when you were joyful, but also in a different way when she sensed you were quiet and contemplative. The arms and the person who you knew in your bones would be there to help you hold and to hold you through whatever life threw at you if and when you needed her. And it has been and joyfully been all that for you and for us. And there's a season of letting go upon us, which is a season for rejoicing and saying our gratefuls and taking stock. And so I invite us into a time of simple prayer. Invite you, whatever invites you into that space, a bowed head, soften your gaze, your hands on your lap, whatever brings you into a prayerful space. Spirit of life, great mystery of this universe that moves so magically between and among us in moments like this and binds us together through time and space. We give thanks for this minister, this deeply human being, for Allison Jacks, who's infused sacred love and extraordinary joy into this community by the very way she walks through this world and all her intentional efforts to do so. We give thanks for all she has been and all she has meant in the life of each of us here and over the decades that she has blessed this place. And our simple prayer this morning is that she is blessed as richly as she has blessed us in the chapter that awaits her beyond this one. And our simple prayer this morning is blessings upon all of us and this community in the chapter that waits for us beyond this one. And a reminder, like we just had, of the assurance that we are bound by a force that moves through all seasons, that is not impermanent, but magically stays among us, connecting us across distance and time. Namely, the mystery of love. May we take it with us wherever we go in the journeys ahead. So may it be. Amen.